You already know it's your boy, the Maniac, and this is the Michigan Wolverines versus the Purdue Boilermakers recap. Now, with that being said, you know the slogan. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Michigan defeats Purdue by a score of 21-16 to run their overall record to 7-2 and 5-1 in Big Ten play. Now, this last night, guys, this was unacceptable. Unacceptable. I get it. Justice Hayes out. Jimmy Rhoda out. Cole Sullivan out. We even lost Jay Sean. Hopefully, let's hope that his injury is not a long-term injury because, man, oh man, these injuries are piling up for Michigan. Man, oh man, these injuries are piling up for Michigan, and these are to key players, man. I don't know what's going on, what's in the water in Ann Arbor, but unfortunately, these last 2 seasons just been horrendous for Michigan when it comes to injuries. But let's get to the game. Where we should start. Last week, we started with offense, right? I believe we did. I'm going to start with the defense, man. I'm going to start with the defense. Defense, they did their part. For the most part, For the most part, defense did what they had to do. Gave up 16 points. Now, by it, Purdue's a very bad team. Let's be clear. They're not a bad team. They're not a mediocre. They're a very bad team. This team got shut out by Northwestern. We gave up 16 points. Defense was bending, broke 2 times. But still, overall, they're the reason we won this game. It is what it is. And Purdue, as bad as they are, they don't have one of the worst offenses in the Big Ten. They can move the ball. But nonetheless, man, they move the ball too much for my liking. And mind you, another positive for our defense, Purdue early in the game drove to the red zone and shout to Derek Moore. He caused the fumble, which gives Michigan a forced turnover in every single game this year so far. So shout to the defense. The defense be taking the ball away every game. So that streak continues. Hopefully it continues after the bye when we go to Northwestern. Secondary play solid. Didn't really give up no good plays. I mean, Purdue kept a lot of things underneath, some RPOs, some play action. Like, they called a good game. Defense at times looked unbalanced. Like I said, Purdue only gave up 11 sacks coming into this game. So I knew that this wasn't going to be a feast on the quarterback, which it wasn't. We did get pressure, but not to the extent that I wanted. But nonetheless, the defense did what they had to do. Ernest Hausman did what he had to do. Troy Bowles came in. You even see Boateng came in, the true freshman. Even Chase Taylor came in. So these guys play well. Young team, at least to say. These guys next year, at least we could say, going to have a lot of playing experience. Should be much better, but I'm not going to talk about next year. So defense, you're the reason we won this game. But I just didn't like the fact that when we took the lead to go 21-10, we let them just drive right down the field and score a touchdown. And penalties. There was some penalties against us I just didn't like. Again, I didn't like the one against TJ Metcalf, but it is what it is. And then again in the end zone against Jari Hill, I didn't like that neither. I know I probably botched his name, Sugar Hill. But nonetheless, defense, you're the reason we won this game, right? Special teams, punting. Now, he punted well, but twice the ball got deflected. Samaj Morgan on one punt, he let the ball go behind him. Listen, man, special teams has been atrocious this year for Michigan. There's no way to put it. Point blank, period. It's been atrocious for us. Why? I'm just tired of it. Savada didn't have to kick no field goals yesterday, so there's really nothing to say about him. He made his 3 extra points he had to make. Right? So again, defense, you did what you had to do, could have played better, but you're the reason we won this game. Offense. Now, by it, Michigan had about 400 yards of total offense. Let's be clear, this Purdue team was one of the worst teams in the Big Ten. I'm going to repeat it. This Purdue team is one of the worst teams in the Big Ten, whether it be overall and defensively. Horrible. Their secondary is the worst in the Big Ten. And Bryce only threw for 145 yards with an interception. Let's speak about Bryce, guys. Buy it. He's a true freshman. He's going to make true freshman mistakes. I'm not people going ham on Bryce. I'm not going to do that. Like I said, I'm not here to slander the players, but I will call you out. And this is the first call out of this one. Bryce, I'm talking to you, Bryce. 2 turnovers in the red zone. Your first one, the interception, where you try to force it at Andrew Marsh. Bro, you had McCulley wide open. He's sitting in a beach chair. Like, yo, I'm here. Whenever you're ready, just throw it to me. And you locked in. And that's one of the issues Bryce is going to have to work on in the offseason. I don't know if that's going to get fixed by the end of this year. Stop locking on to one receiver, man. He was wide open. Buy it. Then the fumble. Now, he was running. He made some good plays with his legs. Then he fumbles. The ball, of course, rolls right through the end zone. He could have just went out of bounds. No, it's Michigan. It has to go through the end zone. That's a touchback. Here we go. Purdue ball. So it was bad. He missed a lot of open receivers. Overthrow, his touch. I don't know. The last 2 games, let's just put it like this, guys. We played Michigan State and we played Purdue. We're talking about 2 of the worst teams in the Big Ten defensively and as teams. And Bryce has gone 21 for 39 for 231 yards and an interception. 21 for 39, 231 yards and an interception versus Michigan State and Purdue. That's his stats these last 2 games against atrocious defenses. That's bad. That's stats he has in one game, 230 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's bad, guys. That's him. That's coaching. There's something going on here, man, internally. I don't know what it is, but it's not good. Bryce is regressing. Let's call it like it is. We're winning because we're playing against horrible teams. These are not mediocre teams. These are horrible teams, right? Got to stop making excuses. Now, there was a play that he threw to McCulley in the end zone, the deep pass. And McCulley, I don't know, yesterday, man, there was something off about him. He could have reached for that. It wasn't a bad throw. His effort to that ball, I don't know. Again, I don't know what's going on with this team. But Bryce, he did get the ball to the tight ends a little more this game. We seen some Zach Marshall. We seen some Marlon Klein, which was good. Good things happen when these guys did touch the ball. Bryce did make some good plays, like I said, with his leg earlier and some passes. You know, he throws like that sidearm low pass, and, you know, he has some plays. But again, guys, 21 points at home to Purdue is alarming. Is alarming. For a team of this caliber, Michigan, as talented, it's alarming, bro. We're not Rutgers. You know, this is that was just a bad outing. We won. I take that, but we got to stop using excuses. Oh, nah, it's just nothing. It has to get fixed. How many times are we gonna repeat ourselves? Me especially. This has to get fixed. I'm tired of the same thing every week. I got a group chat with my brother Mays and my brother Johnny. And I say, yo, bro, it's hard to watch this team sometimes. We're 7-2, and it doesn't feel like we're 7-2. Because it looks bad even when we win. And oh, but why are you complaining? We won. Yes, we won. But if that was USC we beat like that, I would have been fine. If that was a team like Indiana we beat Oregon, yeah, I'll be great. But that was Purdue. Guys, that's an alarming. Now, football's a funny sport. It's a funny sport. Because, yes, you will look like that, and then in a couple of weeks, it's like, where was this team all year? It's a funny sport. Not saying it's going to happen, hopefully, but it's a funny sport. Michigan has a bye week. Then they have at Northwestern, at Wrigley Field, which is a neutral site game, but it's going to be a home game for Northwestern. At Maryland, a game I'll be at. And then, of course, we finish at home to Ohio State. Guys, listen. Those 3 games, Michigan can easily lose. Those 3 games, Michigan can easily win. It just depends which Michigan teams are going to show up. Honestly, I'm being honest. And any other Michigan fan that says otherwise is lying to themselves. If they think we can't lose those 3 games, or if they think we can't win those 3 games. Because it can happen. It can happen. Northwestern is a tough, gritty team. Maryland, you know, they play as tough. And then Ohio State, man. So that's that. But back to the Purdue game. I'm sorry, man. It's upsetting, man. It's upsetting to see our team look the way we look at times. Offensive line, shout to the O-line. The O-line has been a position group where we've been heavy on, like criticizing and inconsistent. But the O-line, shout to you. And Jordan Marshall. I could breathe, man. Jordan Marshall's a dog. That's 3 straight 100-yard rushing games for the young bull, man. The guy played his ass off. And he's the reason. Defense and Jordan Marshall and the O-line. Without them, we don't win this game at all. Jordan Marshall willed us to victory, especially in that last touchdown run. He is not easy to tackle, man. He kind of got dinged up or he caught a cramp. I'm like, yeah, just our luck, be please no. So this bye weeks come at a great time. But anyway, now the call out, the positive call out, Jordan Marshall. I'm talking to you, champ. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Jordan Marshall, he's a weight room bully. You see him when he get the ball. He in that weight room. Bro, that dude is an animal. An animal. He runs aggressively. He runs with hate. Beautiful. But the passing game has to get better. It has to get better. It's just tough to see, man. The coaching staff, again, I'm not on the fire Sharon. I never was. But it's just not looking good, guys. We're looking very similar to... This look like Davis Warren, again, offense at times. Let's be real. Let's be real with ourselves. From last year to this year, the only thing that has really changed is the wins. We 7-2. After 9 games, we were in 7-2. The offense looks very similar. Very similar. The defense looks very similar. Those are truths. These are facts. And that's coaching, guys. That's coaching. The team gets a bye. Their second bye. Hopefully, after this bye, this team is a different team. We saw that last year. Remember? Michigan comes out of their second bye, play Northwestern, but at home, put up 50-something points. The most points Michigan had all season, goes into Columbus, beats them, and ends the season beating Alabama. And it was like, bro, where was this team all year? Bro, hope this is deja vu. I hope this is deja vu. We come off that bye, go to Northwestern, and give them work. Because that's a tough team. But overall, man, Bryce, He got to get it together. The coaching staff got to sit him down. Yo, bro, don't even drive that Lambo you got. Don't put no chains on, bro. What you doing, man? Right? And this is why also we was in one of these chats, these shows, and when we spoke about when Bryce said you've never seen a freshman like me. Now, by it, I love the confidence. But now look what happens. I'm just saying, prove it on the field, man. You don't need to talk to these people. Or what are you expecting? I expect to win games. That's all I want to do here. Win games. That's it. That's it. You never seen a freshman like me. And it's like, no, we've seen freshmen better than this so far. Better than this. His freshman year. Again, there's no doubt to me that Bryce could be one of the greatest to come through Michigan. But a lot of things got to change. Personnel, scheme. It's just tough. It's just tough to see what I'm saying. He has, and again, guys, I know I said it 40 times. This was the worst secondary in the Big Ten. You can't sit here and say, no, but there's no buts. This was a bad. Listen, next week they play Ohio State. That's all I'm going to say. That's Purdue. And that is going to be like 77-3 kind of game. I promise you. But anyway, styles make fights. Same thing in football. Styles. So Michigan, again, at the end of the day, the stat that matters most is the win. We got the win. We got the win. I'd rather complain over a win than the loss. So we'll take it. We need to get guys rest up. Justice Hayes is on the booth. Looks like he'll be back. He probably won't even be back for the Ohio State game. Many feel that he will be. I don't know. Cole Sullivan, we don't know the extent. Jimmy Rhodes, I think, is a hamstring. That could be a couple of more weeks. So, and Jay Sean, he left the game. First possession of the game. Defense possession. He left the game and didn't come back. So that could mean two things. Either it was like, yo, let's not risk nothing. Sit down, or it's like, yeah, this might be bad. So we'll see. During the week, we'll see. But Michigan got to get healthy. These are the guys we're going to need down the stretch if we're going to make a run to the playoffs. Now, Michigan in playoffs right now is like, bro, don't even mention that word. I agree. But if they win out, that's where Michigan is going. But anyway, man, that's the recap. Michigan gets it done again. 21-16. They beat Purdue. And they go into their bye week. So let's see how this team reacts, how this team comes out on November 15th when they go to Northwestern. It's your boy, the Maniac. And that was the recap. And I'm out. 1. Go Blue.